Before we get started in today's video, let me thank some people for their comments. Sylvie wrote to me in French, and thank goodness for Google Translate. I was able to read her comment and also answer her back. She lives in Quebec. Susie asked me what kind of dog Fiona is, and she is a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. They are originally from Ireland, and hence the name Fiona. And the nice thing about them is they do not shed at all. And so that helps my son and I, who are both allergic to dogs and have asthma. This gal asked about my printer, and so did somebody else. My printer is an Epson EcoTank, and the model number is ET-15000. I love it. This gal is from Australia, and this person wrote to me in German. And again, thank goodness for Google Translate. So let's get started in today's video. Well, you guys, I am so excited about the new journals I'm going to make. I'm going to make 2 of them. And they are going to be constructed similar to this. Now, I think I showed you this in one of my videos on my trip to Italy. And I was fortunate enough to buy 2 of these books with all of these folios in them. Look at this. And these folios are, look at how many pages are in them. They are all written in Italian, and they were from a monastery. And like I said, I was able to get 2 of these. Look how many folios are in here. And they just are laid inside of this book. And then this is the closure. And so I am going to construct a closure just like this. I'm going to show you the empty one. This is on my shelf. I know Gail Augustinelli, I sent her one of these folios and she says, I can't believe you're actually selling them. But there was so many in them. I actually had 2 of them. So here is the other one that's empty. And like I said, they're in my shop, those folios. And so I'm going to construct the outside of the journal very similar to this. Like I said, it looks pretty easy. It looks like they did a slit in here, and they probably ran the fabric in there, and then they put this piece over it. This one is a little bit more scuffed up than this one, but I am going to use some of Rachel's Italian papers that she sent me to make it look real similar. So this is going to be one of them. I am going to use this cover for one of them. But I'm also going to construct one on my own just to see if I can do it. And it's similar in size. I think I made mine a little bit taller, or no, it's similar in size. Now the spine is going to be a little bit smaller than this book, just because this is what I had left over from cutting the the chipboard. So it measures 9 inches by 7 inches. And wait till you see the paper that I'm going to use for the outside. It could not be more perfect. Look at that. This is some of Rachel's straw paper, and I'm going to scuff it up once I put it over my book board there. And then her other straw paper, the light blue color, is going to be on the inside. Is that not perfect? Now, one of the journals, I'm going to be using Medieval Mirage's kit. And I just feel like it's real important to show it to you, you guys, just because number one, I'm on her design team. And number two, she gives you, again, so much value for your money. I think, what did I count? Oh, 90 pages or something like that, because I've doubled them, okay? These kits are huge, and I think they're like under $10. So let me just kind of flip through them. I have not cut along the edge, but I do want you guys to see what they look like. Let me see if I can pull that like that. So I like to, let's see if I can find one. Some of them I put 2 images, but like on this side, that's where I would put a pocket, because I don't want to like hide that. So I will put a pocket down there or a tuck spot up there. So I've had a great new year, the start of a new year. As you can tell, I am, I think, 99.9% healthy. Yay! Oh, isn't that stunning? Oh, look at that. So you guys, go on over to Medieval Mirage. This kit is called, now this is from another kit of hers. This kit is called, and again, remember, I like to put my kits all in these little bags so they're nice and organized. Medieval Garden Kit Volume 1 and 2. So it's perfect for a botanical journal. So yes, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm just, you know what? Oh, look at how stunning that is. Look at that up close. Look at the color of that. Oh my gosh. Jaff, you are an incredible digital designer. Just amazing. So yes, everything is going good. Oh, my New Year's Eve was very, very quiet. I think I was in bed by 9 o'clock. However, this is so funny. At 10:45, I was woken up by fireworks. And they were loud. They must have been just right in my neighborhood. And I said to my son, I said, you know what? I'm glad people were celebrating. I'm glad that they felt the need to let off fireworks, to bring in the new year. And, you know, maybe they were showing their kids fireworks. I was happy. I was not at all upset that they woke me up. And sweet little Miss Fiona has no problem with fireworks. She doesn't get all crazy or nervous like some dogs do. But you know what I did? Now, remember, I was a night nurse for many, many years, so I had to wear earplugs so that I could sleep in the daytime. So thank goodness I had some earplugs in my, this is from a different kit. I think this is Ode to Jane. Again, Jav's kits, you can mix and match them. Her Feast of Florals kit, I need to print some pages from that because that will go good with that. But anyway, I put in my earplugs and went right back to sleep without any problem. Now that is just the journal pages. That's it. I have to show you the add-on kit. Now, here it is. Like, okay, I'm thinking, where is it? And again, the add-on kit, I put it in a folder. Look at, oh my gosh, you guys. Look at how huge this is. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry if this bores you, but I think you need to see it because you need to know what you're purchasing. So I've already made a few things, and this is when I got the Tim Holtz pink fabric in. So I had already printed some stuff out and made them. So let's go through the kit. Envelopes. And again, I like to back my envelopes with another image so that when you fold this over, you're going to see that. Now on my envelopes, I print them on my Hammermill premium paper, and that is 32 pound. And then if I'm going to print a journal card, now I'm going to back these, but still you can tell this is a little bit thicker paper. Can you tell a little bit? And I'm going to show you that paper. That is my Epson paper, and it is 48 pounds. So it's thicker, and it really makes for very nice journaling cards because they are, you know, not flimsy. So I print those on that Epson paper. This, again, I print on a thicker paper so I don't have to back it unless I want to. Here's the envelope, or the, what are these? They're pockets, but they're window. Yeah, that's what they're called, window pocket. That was on thicker. This I went thin because I will back those with just some coffee dyed paper or book page. This I think is like a tri-fold where this will fold in and this will fold in, and then we'll cut out the window there. She's got some pretty postcards here. And she always adds lots of little images, doodads and what have you to add tags and tabs and things like that. On this one, I think I did print 2 to a page, so they would be smaller. These almost look like the size of a cigarette card. I hope you guys are not bored with me showing you the whole kit. But again, you know, I think if you're going to buy a kit, you want to see what you get. Look at that. Just stunning. And I think this one, oh yeah, I did go ahead and print on this. This one I think I will cut out, and then I will just score it and make it into a folding journal page. So there's 4 images on one page. Then she's got words, some Renaissance ladies, and then, like I said, lots and lots of little tabs. Now, on this page here, what I will do is I will run it through my Brother Scan and Cut. These won't be difficult to cut out because they're straight lines, but these ovals, to have them be a perfect oval, and you guys know how I am. I kind of have this thing about perfection. So those will be on the Brother Scan and Cut. These I can cut by hand. I mean, the kits are massive. This I printed on thicker paper, and this would fold. It would be a fold over a page, and then it'd be a tuck spot there. I printed this a couple of times because I liked these labels. And what I thought I might do is cut this out and put some pressed flowers in there. So I did 2 to a page there, and then this is the original one. We've got gorgeous tags, and there's every color under the rainbow so that you can add any color of fabric, any color of lace. It just goes on and on. These will be nice backgrounds where then I can add a flower, a fussy cut flower there. Like I said, a lot of these I did not back because I will back them as I start to work on them. Now this, I can tell, this, if you can see up close, I used photo paper. And I wanted just to, I know it's glossy, but the colors are just gorgeous. So on a couple of things, I did do photo paper. Now this one, I went ahead and backed it because I will just cut these out. Do you see how it looks like there's a line there? So this will be like a 3-fold. Oh, and this will be glued onto the edge of a page, and then it will fold over 3 times, and it will be a flip out. That's why I backed that one. This is from her, I think this is from the Owl and Raptures kit. Another envelope, window, you know what? Hey, you guys, do you know one of my medications? I was reading it. I just got a refill, and the medication says one of the side effects is difficulty pronouncing words. So, oh my gosh, yes, I have an answer. That's why I have problems pronouncing words. It's a medication. Oh, look at that. I'm going to bring that up close. Now, this is on the photo paper. Look at that image. Oh, I'm so excited. And of course, I will be, and this was another one where I used the, but I kind of, it must have gone through my printer wonky because it's wonky here. And then, you know what's interesting about my Epson printer? When I print on best image, this is how they come out. Kind of not quite so bright. When I print it on just normal, it gives me a better resolution. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. So that's why I printed that twice. I didn't like that first one. That was so dark. Some beautiful journaling cards. Ooh, nice alphabet there. And again, I will use my Brother Scan and Cut to cut those ovals. Yes, I did print out the entire kit because I had decided to make 2 journals. And like I said, one journal is going to be Medieval Mirage, and her kit, this one. And then, of course, like I said, book pages and eco-dyed paper and some of Triple V Vintage's coffee dyed paper. So that is the add-on kit. Now, I'm going to show you real quick the other kit I'm going to use, or shall I say plural kits. Now, recently, my good friend Rachel over at Roxy Creations, she had a sale. I bought all these digitals. I think it was like 25% off. It was a one-day thing, and I bought everything that was her botanical kit. I already had the journal tags, but I didn't have the other things. So again, once again, this is Rachel's kit, and like I said, I go ahead and back them so that there is, then it's already set to go. Look at that. Now, like I said, these are several kits, Green Meadows, printable digital kit, journal pages, all botanical. Kit 5, Kit 1, Kit 4A, Kit 4B, Kit 1, English Garden Kit, and Kit 6. So this is going to be fun. Oops, I grabbed 2 pages there. So once again, I want you guys to be able to see what these kits look like. Lots of butterflies and, again, lots of colors and, oh, I'm excited. Like I said, I have never made a botanical journal yet, and I've got, you know, wildlife books. I've got my Edith Holden book. I'll be using that. This was from her Green Meadows kit, these background papers. And once again, I will be trimming this all off. I'll be adding Italian, French, German. This is, now those are the journal pages. Here is some of the envelopes. And once again, I go ahead and print on the back so that when you look in this corner and stuff, you won't see just white paper. So I try to match the kit, the image, with what would look nice on the background. You can also glue other pages and stuff onto the back, but to me, sometimes it makes them too thick. I do it sometimes, but sometimes it just is just too thick. That was from Jaff's kit. I hope you can see. Just lots and lots of beautiful envelopes that you can use to embellish, put in pockets, tuck spots. This was a freebie from somebody else's site. I can't remember where I got that from, but I remember that was a freebie. And then here is Rachel's journaling cards. And again, this is Jaff's kit, but look at how that goes so well with that. Then Rachel's journaling cards. Again, I will back those with some coffee dyed paper. In some of her kits, she's got fussy cut images. And again, some of these are on the thicker Epson paper if they're going to be a journaling card. Pretty greens. Oops, 2 of them there. I think that image was from the Graphics Fairy. I remember having that. And then she's got some postcards. These looks like you would punch those out and layer them up and then tie some string in there. I may have to print something either on the back, or I'll add something to the back. Now I could mix match this. These are the tags. I could mix and match Rachel's kit and Medieval Mirages, and I might just do that as I start to make things. Definitely, looks like I've already used some of this stuff. So that's going to be journal number 2. Now, what I want to show you is something, it's a technique. And if you look at this spine of this book that I had already bought, you see how the spine itself is curved. I'm going to show you how you can achieve that with chipboard. So here's both of the front and back covers, and this is going to be the spine. Now I'm going to be right back, because what I'm going to do is go put this in water and get it really wet and soak it. Okay, so this is that chipboard soaking wet. What you're going to do is just take like a Pringles can, and I'm going to take off the lid, and I'm going to lay it there. And do you see how now that it's wet, it bends? Now, to hold it in place, you take a pantyhose, a piece of a pantyhose, or these are called knee highs. And what you're going to do is put it over the can, slide it all the way up, and it's going to hold it in place while it dries, and it will keep that rounded edge. Okay, so let's pull our pantyhose this way now. Okay, so then that will be set outside to dry, and that's going to be my curved spine. Isn't that a neat trick? I can't remember when I learned that, but it was some time ago. While that spine is drying, I wanted to show you some botanical prints that I was able to purchase in Bologna, Italy. And what I've done is I have scanned them and I've put them in my shop. Isn't that stunning? They are a neutral background with just like a light black or gray color, lots of nice, beautiful shine, shading, but it does say Bologna down there. And I thought what I would do is take the originals and put them in my journal. Now look at that beautiful iris there. And it's written in Italian what kind of flower they are. But I want to add a couple of the original pieces to the botanical journal. So here is the journal itself, the size, and this, I don't want to have it like this and you not be able to see the print well. I want it to be like this. but I need to trim this off. And I did scan these into my computer, and like I said, they're in my shop. Let me just bring this in. And they're 8.5 by 11, but for the journal itself, I'm going to trim them down a little bit so they will fit in. You're still going to be able to see the writing. So I just trimmed off just a little bit of the top and bottom. Yes, that's going to fit beautiful. And then I just need to trim a tiny bit here off of this edge. And then just see how that will fit in the book nicely. I think I can go a tiny bit more. I don't want it to stick out from the book because then it gets all raggedy. Okay, I think that one is okay there. And let's just do this one here. This one might be a little bit more difficult because the image is larger there, but let's just see what we can do. Okay, and then I can go this way a little bit. I'm sorry if you can't see this, but what I'm doing is just trimming it so that you can see the whole image. Ah, boy, I think I have to take a little bit of this off, even though I hate taking that off there, but otherwise it's going to, oh, you know what I can do? I will, the paper may crinkle, but let's just try to fold that over instead of cutting it off. That will make for a pretty side over here. And that I didn't have to do, but you know what? I still could a tiny bit. This, oh, so the interesting thing about this picture is this was torn out completely. It was completely gone. So when I was trimming some of the bigger ones, they were huge. I took some of this paper from it. I put it on the back, and then I used some of my faux Scotch tape there to hold that in place. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just fold that over like that. And then it kind of looks neat on the other side. Kind of fun. Okay, let me get the trimmer out of the way. And so then the next thing I need to do is add an extension so that the signature will be sewn in here, but this will be on one side and this will be on the other side. Now, isn't this interesting in these folios, how they had taken a piece of paper and they had to make it longer, you know, more wider for the folio to sit in, and they just took another piece of paper and glued it on there. Very interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it down, and then whatever is over on this side, it will just be there to write on. Let me just make sure. I'm sure these were okay. Yeah, they're fine. So what I'm going to do is just take some glue and attach that to that. I thought these prints were so pretty. And they've been Well, I think I bought these on my first trip to Italy. Well, not my first one, but my first one where I met Rachel. And you guys have heard me say I was married to a man who was born in Italy, up by Venice, and so we would go there to visit his family. I need to grab a wet one here. And so I wish that he would come with me one of these times. We're no longer married, but we're good friends. I wish he would come with me one time so we could actually go into some of the antique shops where, like in the small villages where they maybe don't speak any English, and he could help interpret for me. So look at how fun that is. So let's do this other one over here. Because I am doing 2 journals, I need to do 2. And this was funny. Remember I was talking to you about the medication? I blacked out the medication, but remember I said that sometimes I have a hard time saying words? Well, this is one of the side effects. Trouble saying words clearly. Well, but changes in sex drive, your libido. Well, I'm an old lady, so those days are long gone. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Do I want to fold this out? Yeah, I think I do. I do embrace the uneven edges sometimes. Not all the time, but I definitely do it more than I used to. And I know you could use a glue stick. However, this Beacon's 3-in-1 glue, it actually strengthens your paper. You've heard me say this before. It's a solvent glue as opposed to a water-based glue. So your paper gets stronger with it because the water is not... How am I going to do this? How do I want to do this? It's I think I'm just going to have to get a little gluey here to be able to get this down here, because that's wanting to fold up over that. Now that I got it there, I'm going to flip it over and press it down. There we go. We're good. We're good. So somebody asked me recently, how do I thin my Beacon's 3-in-1 glue? Because it does eventually get a little bit thick. And all I do is take a little bit when I have the big bottle. So here is the big bottle. And like every time I add glue to the smaller bottle, I will just take a little bit of nail polish remover. Now it has to be pure acetone. Okay, 100% pure acetone. You can't use some of the other nail polish removers. It has to be acetone. I think I just get that at my local Target. And I think it does say somewhere in here in the ingredients that it does have acetone in it. But I add just a tiny bit to my bigger bottle and it thins it out. And especially here in Arizona where it's very hot, it does get thick quicker. Okay, so that is going to be sewn in the signature. I'm trying to decide, what do I want to do here? I think for now I'm just going to leave that. And so let's say, okay, so this will be sewn in like that. So you will have one page here, then it will turn like that. And let's see if I fold this like this. Is it going to stick out too much? So then you would have it in your journal like this. Actually, I think I might fold it. I did have it folded in, but I like it folded out. So it's kind of like a what do you want to call it? Accordion fold. But I do need to strengthen this up because this tends to want to go back to the original fold. So it's going to go in the journal like that. I may have to trim a tiny bit off. And I want this to stay like this. So one way to make it stay is either I can add some washi tape to it to strengthen that up. And I think I'm going to take my tear ruler and tear a little bit of that off. So I want this to stay folded right there. How am I going to do that? So on this side, I am going to glue this down. So it doesn't catch on stuff. And I think this area here, where this fold is, I think if I just fold it really tight and press down, finger press that, I think that will stay like that. So let's do this other one here. So once again, it will be sewn into the signature there. So we've got to fold that there. And that will be one page. I am going to glue this down here so it doesn't stick out. It's very nice, thick paper. Oops. Okay. So it will be sewn in there. So this will be one page, and I could maybe even decorate it a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is fold it so that it will be an accordion folded type page. I could even add flowers on there and just what have you. Now, once again, I do think I need to tear off a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to stick out from the journal. So I'm just using my tear ruler to still give us that nice deckled edge. And let's see, we'll take a bone folder here. And that will help that. Oh, I like that. And then you have lots of journaling areas. Let's see, I think I might trim this off a little bit, just tear this so it's not sticking out so much. I've come up with a way to make sure that this fold here stays really nice and crisp. So I need to reinforce this area right here. I've got my fold there, but you see how it keeps wanting to go that way? If I put something here, it will force it to lay flat. I've got this washi tape. I love it. I think this is Tim Holtz. It's like marbled paper. I'm just going to tear off a little bit. And you guys may or may not know that washi tape is not intended. I'm trying to get that little piece I tore off. I'm trying to get it off my finger. It's not intended to be like real strong. It sometimes will come off. What you can do is take your glue stick and add your washi tape to it there, and then grab a hold of it and pull it over the top of it. And that adds just a little bit more glue to the washi. And I usually try to be able to do it a couple of times. It sometimes will come over on its side, but yeah. So then I've got glue there. That's where my fold is that I want to be. So I'm going to bring it up to that fold right there. And that will make this fold right here stay in place, and where it was kind of bent over on this side here, it can't bend over. And I might even put a piece here on both sides. So let's just do that. And that's going to make that a lot stronger. And I'll do it on both of them. Come on. Now the Tim Holtz washi tape, it probably is, more adhesive. It has more adhesive than some of the cheaper brands. Let me just... It's a sticky business, isn't it, guys? Yeah, and that actually adds a little decorative element to that. So once again, you're going to have it sewn into your signature here, okay? Then you will flip this page here. You'll be able to write there. You've got a nice image there. And then this is nice and strengthened there by this and this. And then I will decorate these up just a little bit. The next thing I did to kind of decorate these pages is I did some stitching, alternating between a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch on these papers. I like the way it made them kind of pop out. And like I said, once they are sewn into the signature of the journal, I will take some different elements, whether it be, something like that, and add it to the corner, or, some of these things. I think I told you I was going to cut out all of these elements using my brother's scan and cut machine. It's a fantastic machine. It is a little bit of a learning curve, but I love how it cuts out those ovals. So those are those two things, and I'm glad and very pleased about how those turned out. Now then, for my curved spine, it's been a couple of days, and I'm going to just remove this knee high, and look at how beautifully curved that spine is now. And then all I will have to do is attach the spine to my front and back cover. And I will do that off camera. I will probably use this sticky tape that I got off of Amazon. And then I will be covering it in, like I said, the papers from Rachel from Roxy Creations. And I will do that in either the next video or off camera, but I really like how that turned out. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today as we take on a new journal, a botanical journal. And I will see you guys for Quick Tip Thursday. And then the next one will be my Slow Stitch Saturday. Thanks for everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.